Hey, Tango. How are you doing tonight? Excuse me. It's going. I'll tell you that. I took all the proper medicines and another successful day at staving off the respiratory infection. As long as I don't get that, I don't care about the rest. I can deal with body ache and flu and whatever as long as I don't get that infection. As long as I do not get that infection. Hey, Dwarf and Snicker, look at the gang is all getting together. All right. All right, sorry, I was talking to Myth real quick. Now I'm back. Thank you all for being here. It's a crazy week, of course, with all the holidays. I was thinking about still going on for people who weren't really. Yeah, Dwarf, I agree. I love the Slocum colors. I want to see if I can replicate them with some more neon signs and some light boxes. So like I had these signs here and I combined the red and the purple. Hey Myth, what's up? We got a great start to the chat tonight, right? Got 4 of us right off the bat. Well, 5 I guess if you count me. So we were working on Starlight today. We work on Vault 88 on the weekends, and I've been coming here to work on this bit of craziness for the weekday sessions. And we're going to try to work on getting the ceiling the rest of the way up here. So I guess we'll try that right there. We could throw some more Deathclaw hands in there and some ghoul heads. Yeah, Snicker, I do like bouncing back and forth. I've enjoyed it. It's not something I've done before. Typically, I go all in on one settlement, but I've enjoyed the bouncing around, and I want to do a little cabin at Sunshine too, because Squeezy issued a challenge on his last video, and so I want to do a cabin and do a. I'm just gonna do a short for it. It's gonna be simple. So I tore down Sunshine today to get ready. Yeah, we're combining. This is actually a project that GGG and I are working on together. Well, we're doing our own builds, but we came up with a concept together. We're going to do a little video switcheroo. Haha, it's just Mountain Dew. I don't drink alcohol. And the reason I don't drink alcohol is because I like alcohol a little bit too much. So none for me. Hopefully you can have one and enjoy yourself. So yesterday, actually, I tried to breathe Mountain Dew, and as you might imagine, that turned out really poorly. So I'll try not to replicate that. And let's see, Snickers. I'm gonna do Codsworth. I have a little, kind of a cute little idea, I think, that I'm gonna do for Codsworth. Why, were you thinking about doing one? Yeah, I've had a long history with alcohol. It is a, well, I have this list of stuff. I kind of have a list in my life, and I call it the list of things that I thought I really liked and actually really didn't. And as I get older, I throw more and more things on that list. I have a bunch of other things on it as well, like sports is one. I used to be a crazy sports fan. And Facebook is another. And there's people on that list too. Actually. Oh yeah? Do you like any of the companions more than the others, Snickers? Because I actually quite like Codsworth. He's actually kind of a badass fighter once you get him going. Anybody else thinking about doing a cabin? I think Tango, didn't you mention that you were thinking about doing one? You could choose the what's his name? The guy, the Nuka-Cola Raider guy. I always forget his name. Yes, Codsworth jokes. I agree. Let's see, we might need another layer here. Yeah, there's a gap there. Deacon and Valentine are both cool. Yeah, Dwarf, your sunshine is... Maybe you could squeeze one in the middle somewhere, and that'd be kind of a joke, too. It'd be kind of like when somebody refused to sell their house in the middle of a skyscraper. But yeah, I'm just going to do a real small build. And I promise this time that it will be a micro build. Maybe I was going to put some stuff in there. It actually ended up being kind of sad, but like to remind him of his family. Yeah, Porter Gauge Tango. Exactly. You could do one for him. All right. Yeah, Dwarf, your laptop might explode. You might be pushing it too far. Okay. I need... Maybe this will work. Yeah, small builds can be really great. I agree. All right. Okay, now it's not going to turn green? Okay. All right, get it as close as I can. We can add some posts or something. All right, anybody got any big holiday plans this week? Because I'm just going to be home with Lindsay. So actually, I might pop in here, even on the holidays, just to see who's out and about. Some people might be hiding from their relatives. Do 3 of these. Oh no, working on Christmas, huh? So you're always a day ahead, Dwarf. I had like, yeah, our Marks is always a day ahead too. That is the good thing about the holidays, getting the time off. I'm in between semesters, so I'm not doing anything except for really this. Dang it, my button's stuck. I gotta do that over. I ordered a new controller. Because this A button is sticking. Yeah, I might get on. It depends on what Lindsay and I get up to. She likes getting on the feed too, though, so. Yeah, my button's sticking, and that's making this group selecting a little difficult. Yeah, I may indeed get on. Who knows? That's the beauty of it. I can just decide when to go on whenever I feel like it. All right. I want to get that right there. And it's going to fight me, so let's move that. I don't think... This build is with the Xbox Series X. All of the no mods builds are on console. When you start seeing my modded builds pop up, which won't be too long actually, I've got a sanctuary build ready to go. Lindsay and I finished up. But all of the modded builds that you see, that you will see, those will be on the PC. So they'll be completely different in focus and everything. All right, that is properly terrible. I like it. Let's see if we can fill in that gap a little bit better. Let's see if we can get the... So, I had someone pop on the, one of my shorts, and they were saying that they think the garden plot is superior to the fire, or the campfire. And that they think that it would work better for this. What do y'all think about that? Craptastic, yes indeed. Need some more height here. The plot's good. I use it for special situations, but it is a lot bigger. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, if you have the mods, it's not an issue. But I did like when we were building in the vault in that corner on the very first day. The garden plot was the right tool in that situation. I need this to be higher. All right, not bad. By not bad, I mean terrible, but on purpose. Yeah, that'll work. So the hay bale will work if you have a doubled up floor. Like here. Oh, these don't rug. Oh well. All right. This is going to be kind of a tough place. I might go outside to do that. Oh, okay, so it's the equivalent of a small foundation piece, the hay bale. Okay, let's get that up there. What should we put? Maybe this. All right, let's see. That tall. So let's go to the top. So these pieces are here right now just as reference. So I know how tall to make the walls. And then they'll be moved out of the way. And then this is going to be the kitchen and ordering area. So it's going to be about that tall. I need to do a firework real quick. Yeah, these pieces are here for reference right now, so I can try to get these the right height. This will be the dining area. That's going to be a souvenir shop. And then the rest of Starlight will be at a future date. And there will be tall buildings all around it. And I want like narrow streets. I don't know how much it'll let me build doing that, but we'll give it a shot. And here's where they get their fresh water. And if they just want to snack and not dine in, they can come here. But yeah, it's basically just one piece at a time. Okay, good. That is a desirable outcome. Pig-related items. No. It's not going to let me. Might have to come at it from the inside. Some of these vault pieces. She helped me out with a piece I wanted for my covenant. It was supposed to look like a 4-leaf clover. Hmm. I have that happen to me in the premieres a lot, and some of the live streams. I think you can change back and forth to from comments to chat by swiping left and right. Man, this thing just... I wanted to get something there just to work around. Yeah, we can get something. All right. Once we get to about there, I might have to use barricades all the way across there. Yeah, and sometimes I leave comments, and then I go back later and my comments end up, or I try to leave chat messages and my comments end up on the video. Alright, could have done another layer here. Yeah, it's a tough angle. We'll get it though. Alright. Since I started liking my own comments, I've had a lot fewer of them disappear. No. It's foundation stacking time. It's not quite high enough. Yeah, it's just not tall enough, is it? All right. It's just what we have to do with those awkward spaces left over. Let's go look at it from the other side. Yeah, that windmill looked like it was one piece at a time. That one is my favorite one of yours. I love that one. Yeah. Tango, but that would be easy. I can use the half pieces there. Yeah, it's time to make our construction platform, isn't it? Let's see here. You don't know me. I have to choose the most difficult path in life. I actually didn't want it that way. It just sometimes works out that way. Let's see if this will... what happened? My button is just... God, it says my controller's not even going to get here until the 31st. God forbid I have to go to a Walmart or something. If I don't have to leave my house, I won't leave my house. That's not true. The property. I don't like to leave the property. All right. Let's see now if we can play around with that. No, it's the Diet Mountain Dew. I don't think it's has stickiness to it. It's not really meant for human consumption. All right. This isn't tall enough. But this won't fit anyway. We can get a gauge. So we can use 2 of those. All right, let's combine 2 of those. Yeah, you're right. It would be dumb to go out, but if I need a controller, oh, you know, I'm gonna go out and get one, right? I've got like 5 controllers here, and they all have a different button that doesn't work. Man, it's not close enough. I'll just use the ball track. Diet Pops are the best except for like the cancer. One common user. Honestly, because each of the times I was playing a different game that ruined that button. You know what I mean? So Fallout is very A button is very important for all the group selecting. Man, this is... Oh. Alright, cool. That was worth a shot. I'll have to fill that in with something. Yeah, post or something. Haha, yeah. It is fighting. Now what can we put there next? Just the posts, probably. A couple of these. Well. Or we could just go crazy and use a bunch of these. One. Our best friend here, the wire fence post. So like 4 of them. Let's try it. All right. Did I lose my Schiller? Hey, see you later, Myth. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving my Somerville video a hype and a share. By the way, did you guys all know about the hype function on for people that have more than 500 subscribers? If you really like their video, you can give them hype. You get 3 free hypes a week, and it's kind of like an extra thumbs up. It lets the algorithm know that you liked it a little more. So keep that in mind when you're watching videos. You can give them hype and boost them a little bit more. And you can do that 3 times a week. I think it's pretty cool because I sometimes feel that way. I'm like, that was even better than a thumbs up. Okay, we can do a couple more of these. Yeah, it's I just found out recently myself. But Myth gave me hype today on my Somerville, and I was like, wow, I'd never had that happen before. I haven't had so I looked it up. I was like, what is it? And then I found out it's like an extra thumbs up. It is a good algorithm, you know, gives the algorithm information. It's underneath the video. when you're watching it in the same like horizontal column, like you know, like or share and all that stuff. And it has to be within the first 7 days of the video. Yeah, let me look. If I look at, let me go to somebody's page. They have to have more than, okay, hold on. Let me go to subscriptions and then let's see. We'll go to Tango's page and I'll hit notify me right there. And I go to his videos and he has a Somerville video. And I'm looking at it, and then underneath it, it says Tango in caps, and it says his views. And then underneath that, let's see, where did it go? Huh. I swear I just saw it. Clip, download, report, like and subscribe. I should be able to do it. Huh. Well, I was going to hype it as an example, but now I'm making a liar out of myself. Also, not just because of that, it's great. Huh. Maybe you have to go to chat. I don't see it there either. But I saw it on my own, and I obviously can't hype my own video, but I saw it there. Yeah. It's on my own video, so it's in the section where you're like, save, remix, thanks, clip, download, hype, promote. And you can't hype your own videos, so that is useless. Well, I will check it later, and I will give Tango hype. All right. Yeah, the user to receive hype has to have over 500 subscribers. So. Oh, I did not get that angle right. I don't know why. What's, you know, people who have fewer subscribers need it more, you'd think. I saw a pretty good little build by a newer user today. I probably would have hyped him. It was that FN Gamer, and he's been working on stuff, and the one he posted, he did a little store for the Vault Tech Row. Thought it was quite nice. So I told him so. Yeah, okay, this is just fighting me. I don't think that's close enough. Uh-oh. Yeah, I do. Should I get greedy? Yeah, we got it. We got it. Very satisfying. That worked pretty well. Yeah, have you guys seen any build videos recently that you really liked by maybe a new creator or an old veteran or someone that has popped up after being away for a while? Yeah, those half-wood walls are pretty good. I honestly didn't think they were going to give me that one. Especially dealing with vault stuff, which is tough to work with sometimes. Now, we've got to do this. Yeah, he did a effing gamer. He did a nice store. That's what it was. He had good clutter in it, and yeah, Tango, I feel you. Sometimes they just randomly show up in my feed, and I check them out. And I do like to look at new builders, but yeah, you're right. It is tough to keep up. Especially, honestly, with you and GGG. You guys are machines. I post regularly, but you guys, wow. I'm in awe of that kind of output. And it's great output. You know what I mean? It's not just like a bunch of crap. Like there's some creators, they put out a lot. And it's just okay, you know, but like you guys are putting out great stuff. All right, I need to think about what goes here. I usually watch some videos and when I get to bed, I'll watch some. So like the way I do it with new users or people I don't know, I will post something. Excuse me. I will post a comment and I'll like say some stuff about their video, and then if they engage or like reciprocate, then we have a two-way thing, you know. Then I'll make sure that I, you know, add their stuff to my watch later list if they're interacting with me on their own feed or stopping by my feed. There's got to be some sort of interaction, right? There's got to be some interaction. If there's interaction, then I make them, you know, part of my rotation. '70th settlement tour video. My last video was my 44th video. The Somerville tour was my 44th. But they're not all full settlement tours. There's all sorts of stuff, you know. Okay. Let's think about this. Just my tools laying around. Where's my 10 millimeter? Hey, Detour. Yeah, but you're just getting started. Sunshine was your second. $70 though. That's prolific. I loved Jamaica Plain Tango. I loved that build. I can't tell you. That was very, very good. And I tend to understate things. But it had just a perfect feel to it. Just really, really good. All right. That's not the greatest placement, but maybe we can check the other side. Okay. Well, yeah, it sucks, but that's what we're working with here. Oh, that is, huh. Science? I don't know. Eek. I could just use concrete post or something. Yeah. Because, yeah, you did the egret with the smuggler with the skeleton guy under the water, and now you're going back for more. No. It is not going to let me. That wire's going to stop me from putting anything there, I bet. That is a bit of a conundrum. Yeah, we can try a flag. Let me see if anything will snap. These might work too. I might try these and then put a flag over it. That might work. Alright, let's try. It's just that wire sometimes stops all collision. Trim pieces in the atrium. Okay, I'll look at them. Let's try this and then we'll see. And then Egret Rooftop Settlement looked really good. Yeah, I saw the pics in the, was it Squeezy's Discord? Okay, I know what I'm gonna do here. That's the right height. but not the right piece. Where are my ball track supports? There they are. All right. Okay, it's not high enough. Yeah, I like it. Atrium trim pieces. Let's see what you mean by that. You mean this? Wow, yeah. You know what? That could have been really good. We may use that, though, for something else. That's a good idea. Ha! Cool. I don't build with the vault pieces much. That's cool. Good call. I think we'll end up having to live with that gap. Because I wire glitched these. I can't move this without having to do it over, which, you know, isn't that big of a deal. No, I should just not be like that. Just do it over. Okay, let's just do another one of these. It's about that far down. Boy, this A button is... I don't even know if I'll make it to the 31st. I don't think so. Hey, Red, what's up? How were your finals? Well, I guess that's the best you can say about finals. It's not the funnest thing, is it? This is gonna fight me. That's what I get for reading chat and walking down the stairs at the same time. Hey, Julius. Yeah, it does not want to let me do that. First of all, it's too low and not long enough. Merry Christmas, Dwarf. Thanks for hanging out. All right. For some reason, it's probably that ceiling piece. Yeah, so I'll come at it from a different angle. Oh, let's get some daytime. If I was on a PC, I could freeze the date. Oh, I was going to change the angle. That's right. Come at it from this direction. That was the other way I really wanted to come from. All right, so change the angle and lower it. All right. So I'm in here. Come at it more like that. I didn't lower it. But if I do, that might work. Hey, Phoenix. Raise it up. Finally. Was it worth the wait? Merry Christmas, Denise. Oh, new job. What are you doing? Thanks. It's really coming along. Now this angled section here is going to be pretty tough. Store supervisor, Under Armour. Do you get discounts? Or stock options? When I worked at Home Depot, we got stock options and I always bought as much as I could. Yeah, if it's good stock, well, even stock that holds its value, if you buy the stock at a 15% discount like Home Depot offered, you're basically paying yourself that much more an hour, you know? So I always tried to buy as much of it as I could. I don't know if I can do that. But this wall needs to come all the way up. Yeah, think about it. Because, like, when I was buying Home Depot stock, it's right around $300 a share. And at 15% off, that's $45 off. And you just paid yourself money. And Home Depot stock usually pays, or it definitely pays dividends also. I do a lot of stock market work for us, our personal portfolios, our retirement and all that. Any penny that we can get, any penny advantage we can get, because, well, this isn't a chat on economics, but we all know that the system is not working for us. I mean, come on. Let's see here if I did this. Whoa. How in the world did I end up in there? I think we need a little more height there. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just take a look what we can do with it. Okay, if I come at it from the side, it should let me raise it and come at it from the side. Which side? I don't know. I want it to be up a little more than that. So, have you taken a look at Under Armour stock? Take a look at its 52-week highs and lows and see if there's a lot of going up and down with it. But even if you buy it and turn around and sell it right away, you're still going to come out ahead, honestly. I know there's some lag time. With Home Depot, there was some lag time. Like, you bought it, and then it took a while for all that to go down. But what I did, it was a paycheck situation where they're like, okay, you can take X amount of your paycheck, and it'll all go towards buying stock. And so that is, I had mine set at 15% or something. Because Home Depot was my second job. So we just funneled all that money into our retirement and house renovations, you know, long-term big picture stuff. Because I'm sure all of you know the value of a penny. And that's maybe exaggerating, but every dollar matters in our household. All right, so let's get this wire back over here. There. All right, so what do we got to do here? Fill in this whole gap. Which is a little bit ridiculous, isn't it? But we can use larger pieces to do that. Like these. All right, let's try. It might be tough over here because of this glass. Well, all we can do is try it. Nope, way off. Huh. I don't know what I was thinking. Not a lot. All right. That is suitably terrible. Let's do a barn piece. Oh, good idea. Yeah, hay bales. Will do. I will probably have to do that with the upper ones, so I think we can get this lower one in there. Man, I need a new controller. How many controllers have I gone through in my life? Well, chat, I am 52 years old. And I've had video games pretty much since I was a little kid. And may or may not have broke some of them by throwing them. I do not do that anymore, but in my younger days, I may have thrown a controller or two. But I've had the top temporary floor. Oh, yeah. We can try that. Let's see if I can get this in there. Damn it. Stupid A button. I think I can get that, but yeah, well, that's worth a try. It's worth a look. So when I was a kid, we had Atari, and Intellivision and Commodore 64. And then when I was in grade school, I got a paper route and started mowing yards so that I could get something called the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I got The Legend of Zelda and Excite Bike, and wow, it was off to the races. I mean, come on now, Zelda came, it was gold. So that's not even fair to the other games. Not even fair, not even a little bit. All right, we can get another piece here, I think. Pretty good. Snickers pretends that there are other games besides Fallout. But no, if you look at my Xbox gamer profile, it's the same, Finding Mulder, and I've played hundreds and hundreds of games. I really love Forza Motorsport. I do a lot of racing in the Rivals and Time Attack, and I design a lot of my own race liveries to share, and I share them in the Reddit, the subreddit for that as well. I like Forza Motorsport. I played a lot of games that I loved. I played Borderlands a lot. You know, of course, Skyrim, Mass Effect. Oh gosh, so many. The Far Cry series was really great. So many. I like the City Skylines. That was really fun. I don't know if I can get that in there. Might even just rug something there. Yeah, Tango, that's exactly what I mean. Also, I was great at Pong. And I'm not even kidding. I am unbeatable at Pong. I don't know how big of a flex that really is, but there it is. Borderlands 2 was, to me, an all-time great game. I loved it. And in fact, I like to try to go for that aesthetic. It's kind of what some of my builds are. Like, I think that this has kind of a Borderlands aesthetic, depending on what part of the game you're talking about, but it's not going to let me do it. Oh, come on. One of the few pieces of the floor I didn't have done. Oh, Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, both awesome. I definitely had both of those and loved both of them. I still have my Super Nintendo. My Sega disappeared. I don't know where. I've moved a lot. Oh, it's been a while since I played it. But I'm pretty sure I maxed out the achievements on on all the Borderlands, if I remember. So what other games do you all play? I want to get something here down below. Yeah, the VAR kids are the bugs, but I don't remember the quest. All right. Okay, that actually is not that bad. Which is what I aim for in life, you know. It's not that bad. All right. Let's do this. Now let's test some pieces. Wonder if we can get a vault piece up there. Slocum's Joe, let's do that. I think I vaguely remember, but it has been a long time. Let's see if we can get that there. Hmm. Well, maybe I'll use... It is not recognizing it. Hmm. We have... The PS3 was the only one that I didn't have. I had 1, 2, 4, and 5. So These things are not working. I never went through a lockdown. There was no lockdown where I lived. That is just not working. Oh, look at that. That's gonna be good. I think I got it. Nope, I got greedy. Should have left it A. Yeah. When I got when COVID happened, I was working 2 jobs as often the case, and I teach online, and then sometimes I do something else like you know, Home Depot or whatever. At the time, I was driving a truck, a box truck, and delivering stuff to gas stations in Louisiana. You know, yeah, I think there was actually, but I'll take that back. Yeah, there must have been because the highways were a lot less busy. Yeah, you had to have an essential job. Okay, I remember now. And the job that I had was deemed essential, even though it was just garbage food to gas stations. That was a weird time. All right, what do we want to put up there? I think the vault pieces are a little bit too thick. So let's stay with these. Yeah, Lindsay's playing New Vegas right now. So it's cool seeing it again on the other screen next to me. And hearing the music, which is really good. I don't know if that's going to be floating. I think that is floating out there. And it's not going to work. Yeah, not going to work. Barricades it is. How many? 1, 2, 3. Oh man, maybe 9 of those. Let's see. Or we could just wire fence it. Always an option. Yeah, let's do it. Fallout 3 was a game changer. I saw my roommate playing it. And I was like, wow, what is that? Yeah, I'm looking forward to yeah. I mean, that makes sense though. Why not get as much as you can out of your current console? We got these Xbox Series X and the PS5, which she plays on, Lindsay plays on, way after everybody else. I mean, this was just like a year and a half ago. That does not like that. And plus the consoles are really expensive. Yeah, this isn't working. It just does not like it. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, well, why shy away from it? Better to do the thing than to live with the fear of it. That's probably too high, but let's just get a gauge for it. There is something there. Guess it would lower it a little bit. There seems to be something there interfering with the collision. Well, you can't beat that price. Tango, you can't beat that price. And now look at you. Yeah, something is wonky over here. Alright, I see what I need to do. I liked the first Red Dead, and I tried to play the second one, and I couldn't get into it. And I don't know why. Looked like a really good, well put together effort. So it wasn't the game. Chalk this one up to just me. What? Why won't this work? We are getting something wonky here. I'll lower it a little more. I may have to do something weird and come at it from the other direction. Yeah, I think, wow. Okay. We had that suggestion already. So let me just try this one more time. And then we'll come at it from the other way. It's weird. It does not want me to go anywhere near there. Oh, it's the ball track. Okay. Awesome. Yep, that'll work. Yeah, the intro on Red Dead 2 was very long. That can be rewarding, but in that case I was just like, gosh, I have like 15 other games, you know? I'm gonna have to touch that up at some point, or put something in front of it, or put signs over top of it. That's where I might put the sign. I'll make a big sign out of light boxes and put it right up there. Because that's not very good. We'll fix it. Not tonight though. Because I think we may wrap this up. I want to try that a piece right there. Up there. Don't really have to, but I'm gonna. Or the wire racks, we could do that, but let's try a barn piece. I'm probably gonna end up replacing that one, so. Yeah, the first Red Dead was really good. Strong emotional investment. Who knows, I may go back and play the second one again. I still have it, assuming they let me play it. Because we talked about that. Do you ever own anything anymore? Yeah. That was easy. Well, look at that. Let's get this stuff out of the way. We'll take a closer look at what we did. All right. So that piece there, that will have to be redone, I think. Be a little bit better. So yeah, we came all the way around that top area. And I'm going to leave this open here because it's going to be like a deck or something. And let's go up top now and remove some of those template pieces. Let's get rid of these. Can always get these out again. Go up top. Let's get rid of these. See what it looks like. We'll have to do a little bit of customizing like before. Well, we may even just leave those, but I would rather have colored pieces. Yeah, we'll put some different floor pieces here and bridge the gaps. Let's see what it looks like from below. Yeah, we'll do some work on that floor and it'll be filled in like this one. Yeah, I can just put whole pieces, a couple. And then take a look at below. Let's get a distance. See it from a distance. Idiocracy. Yeah, this will be fun. So we're gonna swap narration videos. And then this will eventually make its way into my Starlight Settlement tour later. But yeah, so the idea being to have some other tall structures all the way around it that create narrow streets, kind of. But that's where we are. And I want to do signs with light boxes, which I have over here to start. Make them look wonky. Some more neon. More color. All right, I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you very much for sticking with me on a Monday. And we'll be on and off this week as the... Whoa, you like that brick wall in your face? The Globe Theater. Well, thank you all very much. Have a great night. And if I, for some reason, don't see you again this week, have a Merry Christmas. Thanks. Bye, everyone.